Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for clicking on our video. I'm C the Superior, and I'm here with my good pal, Vibrator Vic. What's up? What's up?
What's good? How you doing?
Excited to talk about the episode 3 of season 4. If you're new here, we just talked about episodes 1 and 2 of season 4 just yesterday, so click our channels to check that out. But now we're finally getting to episode 3, and a lot happened this episode. It's so packed. Vic is in Bridgerton right now.
I'm trying to figure out where to go. Like, you know what I mean? For some reason, my backgrounds ain't working. Like, there it is.
Traveling around.
Now.
But let's travel over here to Invincible. It opens up with, I think his name was Machine Head and Titan. Machine Head is trying to get Titan to, come back into the fold. If we remember from last season, he kind of usurped everything from underneath Liu and has taken control of the order. But Titan wasn't trying to hear it. He's fine where he's at. He doesn't want to be involved in all of that right now. He's trying to take care of his family, take care of his part of the city, and that's it, right? We flash over to Cecil and Donald, and they're having a discussion about what took place last episode, where Mark had to take it there when it came to the starfish aliens. And I thought it was weird because Cecil is such a hypocrite, because even Donald had to call him out like, hey, you would have did the same thing if it was down to the wire, and it was either kill this guy or, let the aliens out to wreak havoc on who knows what, right? Mm-hmm. But Cecil kind of put that into perspective somewhat, saying, oh, well, I'm not Viltrumite. I don't have the power to destroy a world, once I get angry or anything like that. So I still feel like Mark did the right thing. I don't know why everyone is so like questioning his motives and moves when it came to that, because following that scene, we see that even Rudy, aka Rex, is saying, oh, he would have waited, right? He shouldn't have done that. I don't know. It's everyone seems to be kind of going hard against Mark. He's just trying to do the right thing, right? He's just trying to get the job done.
Wait a minute.
But we're gonna flash.
The reason why. I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
Who's his father?
Omni-Man.
Exactly. So he's gonna be listen, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's how everybody's looking at it.
I guess
he's acting like his father. So we need to watch out.
Yeah, I guess. But who else is going to get the job done?
No, exactly. Absolutely. Cecil's like, listen, I dealt with his father, and he's like his father.
Yeah. Just
like his father. So I need to put in some checks and balances here. Even though Cecil would have done the same thing.
But speaking of fathers, we have Titan, a family man, taking his family out for some ice cream in the park. But he is not alone, because this one ninja looking guy, samurai looking guy, comes out, and I believe his name was like Magna Attack or something. He has the sharpest like metal pieces that he's able to like maneuver across the sky. He's taking out everyone in the park. Well, that was a very like bloody, gory scene. I didn't get any pictures of the actual blood and gore of it, but there were some crazy deaths.
All I was thinking at that time is that guy would have been great in Mortal Kombat. He looked just like Sub-Zero.
Yeah, finish
with a whole bunch of magnets, walking around like Magneto. Like, come on.
Right. Him versus Magneto. Who's winning?
Oh, man. It's going to be a tough fight. But I'm thinking him, because he's just throwing all kinds of wild shit. But maybe Magneto can throw it back. You never know.
Yeah, I'm thinking Magneto just gonna crush him in his own suit, just and that's it.
Well, yeah, you got a point. We don't know the level of this guy's magnetic power, but
yeah. And we won't know, because it looked like he handled him pretty thoroughly in the park. I don't know if he's coming back. Titan whooped his ass. But over in the team, aka the new Guardians, we have Rex. He was hacking, coughing, wheezing in the shower, and he coughed up one of these damn alien things. Like they like to do. They like to sneak in the body and come out when it's convenient, and it's so disgusting and gross. Luckily, I guess he coughed it up, dodged it by letting it into the shower where someone else was in there taking a shower. The whole time I was thinking, is he just, how are you going to let it into somebody else's shower? Unknown, them just, washing their body. They didn't even know what the hell's going on. But luckily it was Monster Girl who was able to like crush it in her hand. And yeah, had it been anybody else, I don't know. I don't know what would have happened. But Rudy shared that he is concerned about their lack of preparedness when it comes to these attacks from these aliens, right? He said, we've just been lucky, but luck runs out. We have to figure out something and to be better prepared. He also has been kind of bumping heads with the new leader, as we spoke about last episode. Brett, I think his name was, this gentleman on the far right. So they had a little bit of a bumping heads as well. Mom, Debbie, and her boyfriend are serious. They're becoming more and more serious by the day. He even brought in a little Zillow listing of a house that they could afford, sans mortgage, and say, hey, you sell your house, I'll sell my house. We can move in here together. And I'm thinking, what's the problem? Debbie, you just want to stay there because you got some marks on the walls? I don't know. I would have moved. The house looks beautiful. The new house, from what she described of it. I don't see myself being so attached to a place that I wouldn't take the upgrade. But, I guess she has raised kids there, like she was saying. I don't know. What would you do? Would you move, or would you want to stay in the home?
It depends. It really depends on how much I have established in that house.
Okay.
Honestly, but logistically, it really depends. Now, in my opinion, what I would do is not necessarily buy a new house, but just move both of them into one. Like if I were her, I would just move into his house and then leave her house with the kids and rent out the house or something like that. You know what I mean?
I think her problem is she don't want to leave her house. If anything, she would probably bring him into her house. But who trying to be in Omni Man's old house? Like for real. Like
I get that. That's what I'm saying. I think she should just go to his house.
She's not gonna do that. She's not gonna do that. She's a tax that.
I mean, so then, if anything, then both of them sell the house and then buy a new house, and that's fine as far as like them building something together. You know, if that's what she wants, because she's looking at him like he's her future. So, and the kids are getting big.
Yeah. You know? Especially Mark.
Yeah. No, but the thing is that what I like about him is that he's making room for them. He's talking about how they would love this, this and that. And to me, I think he's just on some like, let's move on together.
Yeah.
Logistically, I don't think all of this is necessary. Like I said, just have her move into my house. And the reason I say that is because look, if it doesn't work out, she goes back home. And I still got my house.
But what about her kid? But the thing is, we also don't know what his living situation is. We don't know if he got a 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah, but all they really need is a 1 bedroom if they're going to be together. Mind you.
Oh, so you want her to leave Mark and Oliver at their own house?
Yeah.
Heck no. She can't leave baby Oliver. He's a baby.
But he's not going to be a baby for long. Look how fast he's grown.
Oh man,
he's not gonna be a baby.
That's cold blooded.
They can rock that. They can have that house.
And have Eve up there playing house in her house. Is she about to be in there?
Yeah, and mind you, they could do whatever they want and not have Oliver saying awkward things like, "Yeah, I hear you guys all the time." Yeah, okay. Come on now.
Yes, I don't know. I'm on the fence with that one. But I am down with both of them selling their houses and moving into a bigger, better house. But anyway, Mark gets summoned to meet with Cecil. Cecil is again bringing up his concerns about Mark and his willingness to, take it there. And he shared something about letting him make the call, Cecil make the call, because it's a hard decision to make and to kill someone or bring, in someone's life. And he'd rather Mark allow him to do it than Mark do it himself, so he doesn't have that mental load on him. And I guess that's a good way to put it, but it's also seemed like Cecil's just trying to get in control of Mark yet again. And I don't really like that, especially considering we know that he's building these zombie things right next door, without telling Mark anything about it. These are zombie invincibles that he's using with the help of this doctor from like season 1 or 2 that reanimates corpses. So
Mhm.
it's like, not only did you try to keep conquest, right? You're also building a pseudo army of dead invincibles. And it's like, how much is Cecil going, like, what's it going to take, right? How many secrets is Cecil going to keep, but still keep trying to beg and plead to bring Mark under the fold? Like, no, I'm glad Mark was hesitant. I'm glad he left. And especially when this man tried to come out and apologize after enslaving all of those people. Like, no, are you kidding me? But
I
anyway.
mean, I think I really think it's on brand
Uh-huh.
with his character because he'll use anything and
Uh-huh. Okay.
in, in
Cecil?
control. Yeah,
Mm,
that little flag on his chest
mhm.
is the reason.
Yeah,
All
he takes
right.
his job too seriously. That's why he's aging back, or worse. That's what he mentioned.
I'm
I'm
not.
not as old
No,
as I look.
one thing I found interesting is when he said he was like, "Look, I'm not as old as you think."
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how old he actually is.
Oh, I have no idea. He was, they did have that flashback episode like last season, but yeah, we don't know how old he is. But one thing I didn't mention last episode that got me curious was how Omni-Man mentioned something about if Mark didn't get his powers, what would he have done? Like his mission was to like repopulate Viltrumites. And if Mark and Earth wasn't able to, you know, continue the Viltrumite gene, what would he have done? Right. And I mentioned that I also watched episode 1 again with my fiance, and he mentioned in that episode even that he was talking to Debbie, and he said, I wonder if we would have been better off if Mark never got his powers or something like that. So it seems like he didn't really want to, like, we don't know what he would have did if Mark wouldn't have gotten his powers, but it seems like he would have just like left the fold of the Viltrumite, mission anyway. But anyway.
I know. I mean, but Oliver is the result of exactly what
Mm,
he got to another
mm.
planet and dived in another pool.
Oh, yep, he did. He did do it again. Right. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
And mind you, I would not be surprised if out of nowhere there is he's a baby daddy and he didn't know
There
because
better not. There better not be another one.
some kind of planet that he was running around and we didn't get into all the books.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? We don't know where he was attempted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
There's someone older than Mark that he was the one playing
yes,
on or something.
yes,
Oh, gross.
yes, yes.
Debbie
He
don't
was
got
a
no more room in
rolling.
the house for no illegitimate kids. Okay.
I would not be surprised if out of nowhere some Viltrumite Supergirl showed up like, "Oh, you my brother, like I'm gonna kick you out." Like, I would
Well, I
love
would hate that for Debbie, but you know what? I wouldn't put it
it.
past Omni Man. Wouldn't
I
put it
mean,
past.
I'm knowing Debbie, she'll probably use it as a reason to stay in the house.
Oh, I can't leave this. I got 3 babies in the house now. It's like,
Exactly.
at what point are you just holding on to the memories of Omni Man, or
Sac
really like
City.
what's really to you, Debbie?
I honestly, because of the end of episode 2, I was waiting for him to show up in this episode.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
that's
I was
true. He
waiting the
only
whole
get like
time.
8 episodes or something. And when is he finally going to reach Earth? Because it's not
Mhm.
in this episode. But to bring it back to this episode, um, Adam Eve is struggling
Oh,
with her power still.
yeah.
She's concerned to even fly. She's bringing it up to Mark. And she's just very much concerned, so much so that she decides to go see Rudy to see if he can help figure out what the hell's going on with her, right? um he tries some things, he runs some tests, he's telling her that he could potentially see what's going on, but he's not making any promises, right? Who knows what's going on with this woman? But in the midst of her talking to Mark, she gets a call from her client, talk about Invincible Inc. We need, some help. 911, we're paying this huge fee. You said 24-hour service. I need someone here. So neither she or Mark can go. So they decide to let poor little baby, poor little baby Oliver go to handle things on behalf of the company. And I'm like, what? Who decided? Who decided this? This baby is not even a year old. In like our time. Why is he going out
First of
fighting?
all, you babying him too much.
No,
Number
he's
one.
he's a baby. Why
He's
is
like 16 already.
no, he's not that old. He's like maybe
Do
12,
you understand
13.
how fast bugs grow?
He's
Like,
like 12, 13. He can't fight. And we see well, he can't fight as much as Mark can. So he's like he shows up to the job and it's Titan who needs his help. And they ended up going to Mr. Liu, who's alive, as we know from last season. And Liu turns into the dragon that not even Invincible could fight by himself. He needed help from Adam, Eve, and poor Oliver's out here fighting them all by his lonesome. Like, what's going on? And now, this is the part that pissed me off about Eve, because you already know I don't like Eve like that. But she really pissed me off in this episode, because when Oliver called her for help, like, hey, I'm fighting the dragon, I need some help ASAP. She's going to be on the other end talking about something. Oh, well, Invincible's busy. So, like, excuse me, I'm telling you, I'm struggling. He's bleeding out the gut. And she doesn't call for backup. Like, ma'am, what are you doing? Are you trying to get this little boy killed?
I mean, eventually she did, because he got there.
Oh,
Like, he was
he
getting beat up by some big ass robots. That, like, you know what I mean? Like,
come on now.
His ass kicked.
She could have called him, text him something, let him know your little brother is fighting the dragon that almost kicked your ass by himself. He needs some help.
Okay.
Look how scared he is. Look at him, scared as hell.
But if I'm getting punched in the face, I'm not looking at my phone. Like,
she didn't even try to call him.
No, I hear you. But I mean, come on now. You got to give him some slack. He eventually got there. And what happened? As soon as he got there, the little man's balls dropped. All of a sudden, he got real hyped. He was real hyped, and he was fucking up the dragon.
They were fighting the dragon. But you see what happened, because Invincible was so mad that Titan let Oliver fight the dragon that he beat the hell out of Titan. And I'm thinking, hold on, why are you mad at Titan when he pays your company for 24-hour Invincible assistance, and y'all sent your little brother out here? He didn't call for the brother to come out. You and Eve decided, yeah, let's send Oliver. And now you're gonna kick his ass for using who you sent to do the job? That's crazy. That's wild work. But he didn't say nothing to Eve when she didn't call him after Oliver was begging for help. How does that make sense?
Okay, now I didn't realize he had called Eve for help. I thought it was okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's wild.
Oliver straight carried him into the fight like a helicopter. And okay, I see you there. That part I forgot, as far as Eve.
Yeah, she called her for help, and she said, click.
Wow. Yo, you crazy. Oh man.
But the whole reason, according to her, the reason why they couldn't Invincible was indisposed was because these aliens from previous season, they came. I thought I uploaded an image of them, but looked like it. Oh, there it is. They have returned to Earth. They come back, I feel like, every season almost. They always trying to come back and take over the Earth. They took their portal into the middle of downtown, were rounding up people. And of course, we've known from previous seasons that they have this thing where they rapidly age in our world, if not for some emitter thing that helps them to remain the same age. So Robot said, look, I have a feeling that the emitter is through the portal. So him and Monster Girl start running towards the portal. And I got to give it to Britt this season, or this episode, the guy to the right, because I originally thought that he was a Cecil like shill, like he'll do anything for Cecil, whatever Cecil says. But he actually went against Cecil's orders in order to help Robot and Monster Girl get through the portal. So I thought that was really cool.
Yep.
But the problem is, they were able, Robot and Monster Girl were able to stop the emitter. But this one lone alien, like, honestly, they're going to be singing his praises over in there in that alien world, because he sacrificed himself to go through half body through the portal and close it, basically a suicide mission, and was able to stop Invincible and his crew from getting in the other side where Robot and Monster Girl were. So that actually resulted in Monster Girl and Robot being stuck in the alien dimension, whereas everyone else is still in our world. Which sucks for Eve because now nobody can help her get her powers back. And it
I mean,
sucks.
but no, but the thing is that like I mean, maybe Cecil can, but because when it comes to Eve, nobody knows what the hell they're looking for.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like,
Yes,
what
it's
other?
mental
Who
blocks.
else has these powers? Like,
Nobody.
and,
One of a
you know,
kind.
yeah, exactly. And her losing them now is heartbreaking. But
Hmm.
we'll see what happens. We'll see because that's crazy.
It is.
She's scared to fly. Like that's
Yeah,
why.
useless. All she doing is
Yeah,
answering phones, answering phone
right.
calls, and
For real.
can't even do that right. But uh,
Yeah.
but at the end,
Oh, she ain't gonna let that go.
near
Yeah.
the end of the episode, we see that of course Lee Yu and Titan have decided to rejoin the order. This was all some big master plan from the main guy here to get them back into the fold. I thought that was interesting. And at the very, very end, we kind of uncover what's going on with Eve's powers. Turns out all that smashing her and Mark have been doing has led to a pregnancy. So she's pregnant, which we can kind of deduce is the reason behind the wackiness of her powers as of late. Um, thoughts?
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, well,
Because like,
all that work they've been doing in the house.
well, no, it's not that. It's just that, like, I guess it makes sense because I guess her body's just putting all her energy into a new creation. You know,
Mm-hmm,
like,
mm-hmm.
so that might be some one of the side effects of pregnancy for being like her. You know, I who knows? She might just come back like after the pregnancy, might just come back like the phoenix and like
Mm-hmm.
super powerful. Who knows? um,
Yeah.
but I listen. I think it's interesting because I definitely want to see the powers that that baby has.
Oh, you
If
think she
that
needs
baby,
a little, what's it called it from Fantastic Four?
I mean, no, I think it's gonna be like Superman and Green Lantern mixed together.
Ah, okay, okay,
You know what I
okay.
mean? Like that's
Mhm.
straight up. That's what I think it's gonna be like. So, I definitely would love to see what happens with that because what is she gonna do? Abort? No, she ain't doing that. That
Heck
baby's
no.
coming.
Can
She
you
ain't
even
doing
abort a Viltrumite mutant baby?
that. Thank you. You know what I mean? Like, can you do that? Like, no, but you know the interesting thing is too that that really is one of the goals. Like when Alan and Omni Man were having that conversation, and you
Uh-huh.
know we was joking about it earlier, but one of the goals is to spread the seed and see what we can how we can rebuild.
Mhm, mhm.
Because the amount of Viltrumites that died,
Yeah,
it's
they
heavy.
gotta repopulate, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, and I never until that episode I never looked at a Viltrumite like an ant,
Uh-huh.
and that's exactly how they look.
But do you think I honestly I don't feel like Mark is ready to be a father. Like he's already like on the edge, like
Hell
we said
no.
last episode. Yeah,
I,
what's he gonna do?
well, I mean, he's already kind of being like a father when it comes to raising Oliver.
Yeah,
You know,
but look how horrible he's doing. It's like he's not
because
doing
he
a good
doesn't know
job.
what he's doing. Like now that
Exactly.
he doesn't know,
He
you know,
still doesn't know what he's doing.
yeah.
And he's
But
barely keeping it together mentally. This is what's going to take him over the edge. This is about
it
to be.
might be, it might also be what grounds him. That level
Mhm.
of responsibility might be what like gets him to, you know, to stop worrying
I
about.
think that's the problem. He has too much responsibility. He's the head of his household practically in his house. He's the strongest superhero on the earth. He has to take care of like the whole what's it called, a team and everyone else. He got Cecil begging and bleeding him to, to get into the fold. He has too much responsibility right now. He can't take
Mhm.
it. And to add a kid on top of that, you know, would be, I don't know. I feel like that'll be the straw that breaks. I don't know if he's mentally able. I don't know, but we'll see.
I
We'll
mean,
see.
look, he's ready to pass the baton.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's already talking about, oh, let somebody else do it
Mm-mm-mm.
all the time. Like he's definitely ready to pass the baton and let somebody else deal with all that bullshit.
Mm-mm.
So, hey, look, Oliver is Robin right now. and he's quickly going to be Nightwing.
Okay.
You
All
know what I
right.
mean? He's quickly going to take over. So I
All
wouldn't be
right.
surprised if next season, freaking Invincible is looking like Superman and Lois. In a little farm, chilling, ready to give up his powers. You know,
Uh-huh.
done.
Right. Oh, that's so funny. But that was the episode, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching with us. Please join us next week. I believe we're going to be talking about episode 4 on Wednesday, so subscribe and join for that. And we'll also be talking about next week Daredevil when episode 1 drops of the Daredevil Born Again season 2. So like and subscribe, and we will see you then. Goodbye.